boy gave up at February 15. It wasn't that easy. As a mother, my name is Mrs. David, the mother of Odun David. It wasn't easy, the journey. As to say, I gave birth to my son, and after 8 days, I discovered that a day to name it. The boy could not suck, was just down. I was like, what could have happened? At least he normally sucked before. So I need to now just say, let me check. But I was like, because as a first timer mother, I don't know anything much that I could have said, oh, this could have been the problem that is wrong with this boy, why he's not sucking. But I just think that maybe. But on the naming day, when my in-law just came in, they just said, what happened? Why this boy, the body temperature is high? I said, the boy is not even sucking. They just checked. They said, why is it like this, that this boy is not sucking and the body temperature is so high? But they now said, where did you give birth to him? I said, at a center that is not far from here. We took him to that air center, and getting there, they told us that this is jaundice, that is all the faces has been filled with yellow. I said, since I didn't know anything, as a first-time mother, I don't know anything whether it's jaundice or not. So the nurse just gave the midwife, not actually the nurse, they just gave us a drug to go and use for the boy. Whereas later on, when I took the boy to teaching hospital, they said at that period it's not that drug they're supposed to give to the boy, but that it's supposed to be a kind of referral, so that they will give the boy, they will drain up the blood and transfuse another blood into the body. But that is what they just gave us, that they just say go and use the drug. After a month, 2 months, the neck is not firm. What is happening? The neck is not firm. As a baby, once it is 3 months at least, yes, the neck of the baby is supposed to have been firm. So that is how we just started. The neck is not that strong, so we need to be calling people that see what is happening. It was jaundice that they call it, and they gave us drug. We used drug, but the boy neck is not still firm. Then now we have to call my husband have to call one of his brothers that, hey, this is what is happening. That woman, because she works with the hospital, so she has to call the doctor for us. The doctor said, wow, that the jaundice that affects the brain to the spinal cord, it will take a longer time, that we need to just take a drug, which is the name of the drug then was encephalol. But we bought the drug, then we were using the drug for the boy, and using the drug for the boy, the money to be spending every week is not that easy. So we later stopped because of the money. Things were so wonderful that time, and we think that we hope the neck will be firm. But when getting to 7 months, we still discover that the neck is not still firm yet. So I have to took him back. I took him to Osut, that is Shagam Teaching Hospital. That is where they now told us that the damage that jaundice did then was so severe that it affected the brain, and it's only that there is no drug, that is just that the brain has to be developing on its own, that the blood has been contaminated, that time that they need to have to go and do evacuation of the blood and just replace with another one. But they said, let's be open that things will change. But we started spending money, we started every time taking drugs. But when the money was no longer available, we stopped the drug. So we're now hoping that the boy will be okay. But it got to a point, they asked me, my husband said, I call his people, they now told me that bring the boy home, let's see. Took the boy home, that okay, if they use the traditional way, things will still be a kind of, there will be a kind of change. But we discovered that there is no change. That is how we started that. A year, the neck is not stiffened. He cannot sit on his own. He cannot talk. What is now then? As the doctor, whenever we get back to doctor, so the doctor will tell us that is the damage that the jaundice has done to the boy. I told you, hey, the journey is not that easy, because a boy that cannot talk, at a time he was trying to do things on his own, but I don't just even know, there was a kind of a sickness that just came up again. So the boy has to be on the oxygen. After then, things just turn again. The things that he was able to do before, he was not doing it again. I was like, what is happening? That they said is, no, that kind of children did not need to be going through any kind of health challenge again. I was like, wow. So this one can only be the work. That is how we all started trying to spend on this, spend on that, but still yet a year, 2 years, 3 years, spending money up and down. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It took my time. I couldn't get a better job, despite the fact that I'm a graduate. I can't get a better job because I have to be taking care of the boy. And after I told a doctor that, the doctor said you need to give birth to younger ones, that once he's seeing them, so that the brain will be able to pick up. I gave birth. At least he has 2 siblings after him. So I gave birth, but it wasn't easy managing with him and those 2 siblings, even carrying him at the back, backing him. At that age, he cannot walk, he cannot talk, he cannot do anything. I asked to be, the expenses is not even the issue. My prayer was not, God, let this boy just be okay. But along the journey, we just discovered that why the health is now somehow depreciating, not appreciating again, that the way the boy was before is now the way he is now. Before it was late. I said, oh God, what is happening? So sometimes along the way, because of financial issue, I had to stop taking him to Osut. But later on, I have to go and look for money, and I took the boy back to Osut for physiotherapy. But they started the physio. When they started the physio, we'll be paying a lot of money. At times, it's not that easy. Paying money, doing the stress and every other thing, but I still bear it as a mother, that is just the way the thing has been, and I pray that it will change. That was just my thinking, that let this. But sometimes the way the boy will just be doing, it's just, I explained to doctor. The doctor said because of the brain, but early last year, and they just told me that for the boy to be able to sit, I need to construct a chair for him. The doctor measured him. We paid for the chair, but fortunately, after paying a huge amount of money, it was 2 months after that he gave up the ghost. So after we've spent a lot, but the health issue, maybe something is wrong within him that we don't know, since he cannot talk, so we can't even actually say. But the recent time that I took him back to hospital, that the doctor said they need to do a brain test on him, that I need to go to this Bangkok hospital, so that, but the financial this thing was not there. I was trying to gather the money so that, but God knows the best. The boy gave up at February 15. It wasn't that easy. As a mother, I just believe that, assuming that the money was there for us to have a kind of help, to have a better treatment for the boy, because everything they are just telling us that there is no drug. And I believe that if it is just the situation of things in this country, Nigeria, if it is outside, I believe that there is always something to use for the boy. It's not that they will just tell you there is nothing. The way I just came about the Treasure Keys Foundation, it was through a friend of mine, a very close friend. So we are very used to each other. She knows everything about me. She will always say, I know it's not that easy, but it was just that I don't know that she has even really gone ahead to go and look for a kind of support or a help for the boy. But me, I called her. She said that the boy is late now, that he has later packed off. And she said, wow, and she has already seek a kind of help from a foundation that they call Treasure Keys Foundation, that at least they help that kind of children. I'm pained that it was after the boy gave up that kind of help that we have been looking for in the past came up. But God knows everything. So that is how I just come across the Treasure Kids Foundation. And when they told me this is their mission, that they always help the children that has CP, that is Cerebral Palsy, I said, oh wow. But me knowing them, since I have people around me that I know, like 2 or 3 people that is having that kind of issue too, I have to point to them that, oh, mine is late. Since there is nothing to do for him again, at least can I show you some people that is having this issue? They said, okay, let's go there. When they came to visit me, I took them there. For anyone going through this kind of a thing, me, I will not say because you say, maybe that woman said that the boy is late, now she will have rest. But your own, you have to be giving them the care that they need. You have to show them love. You have to be with them from time to time. Give them good gifts, take them out, go and just play with the child. At least from there, I think that is what they need. They need someone to be talking to them, someone to be playing with them, someone that will give them from there, their brain will be able to come up back again. Once their brain is picking up back, I think everything will be in order. So I will just encourage all our mothers. I believe that God will help us and He will make everything perfect. And those ones that are still having that issue, the Lord will give them sound health, because the doctor will say it's only God that can do it.
Having gone through what she has gone through, she might have something that she has to offer, much more than Sarah can offer, much more than anybody that has not gone through the experience and offer. That's why I don't tell people, well, I know what you are going through. I don't know. I don't know. You know what you are going through, because I've not passed through that way before. You don't say you know what anybody is going through when you have not passed through it. When you pass through it, then you know how it is to pass through it. So it's a peculiar situation that every one of us are passing through daily. Don't just tell people, I understand. Don't worry. Be happy. I don't understand. I don't know what you are going through, but I know God can help you, because He has helped me in my own situation before. So let's trust Him to help us. That's all we can say. So it also teaches us something. And she's going to be a focal, because she understood nursing that kind of patient. So she'll tell others too